I feel like my relationship with Robyn, like that's something that she and I are working on and trying to figure out and navigate because it is different. As much as I think we would like to say no, it's not, it is. Because now I'm friends with my ex-husband's wife and I'm emotionally not
Hmm.
100% there yet.
Do you still consider?
Hey friends, it's Katie from Without a Crystal Ball. Welcome back to my channel. It's Friday, December 8th, 2023, and I hope everyone's having a wonderful day. Yesterday was a busy day. We talked about Cody and Robyn and their having differing points of view, I guess. Robyn saying that she and Cody are handling things differently in their splits with the bomb going off in the family, and Cody admitting to sabotaging their relationship, and Christine calling out Robyn for lying and doing one thing and saying one thing and doing another. And then another video, we talked about Meri and sort of slamming Cody over the sacred covenant during their breakup when he professed the sacred covenant to Robyn. Got a lot of great comments from y'all, and I'm so grateful for everyone that comments. And one of the comments I saw a lot was, some of you don't believe what's going on with Robyn and Cody, and you think that they're just setting this up for a storyline. And, every season I feel like they do something like that where it feels like it could be a storyline. And I remember a couple of years ago, people felt like Christine saying that she was leaving was a storyline. So it's hard to know because Christine really did leave and Janelle really did leave and Meri really did leave. So I don't know. Do we trust Robyn? No. Robyn has a propensity to lie, which also got me thinking of something else. Kristen Decker, I interviewed her a couple last year. I've interviewed her many times and I actually speak to her quite a bit. And something that she told me, and she's told me multiple times, is there's this belief in their belief system that you lie to protect polygamy no matter what. So lying just becomes second nature in their community. So everything is a lie because they want to protect their sacred practice of plural marriage. And so when they have been brought up to lie, lying is like second nature. One thing that I've noticed about Robyn is this idea of her wanting to protect plural marriage, protect her image. And so I think lying becomes second nature in the fact that she wants to protect polygamy, she wants to protect Cody, she wants to protect herself, she wants to protect her image. And frankly, all of them have lied. So we can say that Robyn's a liar, but they all lied at one point or another on this show and have deceived everyone. Not a single one of the adults has not lied. So there's that. Could it be a storyline? Sure. It certainly could be a storyline. Could she also be thinking of leaving him? Sure. I was watching a Patreon of Mykelti's, one of my followers sent me, and she made a comment in her Patreon that she doesn't speak to Robyn as much anymore. She said that she wasn't sure what was going on with Robyn, but Robyn hasn't been talking to a lot of people anymore. She hasn't been interacting with people anymore. And there's been a division sort of forming between Mykelti and Robyn. And Mykelti is one of the only kids that still likes Robyn. She also, Mykelti mentioned that the kids, Robyn's kids, are super resistant to speaking to anyone. Like they want nothing to do with any of the siblings other than Mykelti. So they refuse to talk to anyone. She said she tried to talk to Dayton about potentially getting together with the siblings, and she said it didn't go well at all. So I was thinking, if Robyn is pulling away from Mykelti, and if the kids are pulling away from the family, is it that Cody's forcing that pull away, or is Robyn preparing to leave? If she knows she's going to leave, maybe she's severing some of these ties. Mykelti also said in her same Patreon that she doesn't think that Robyn is as in love with her dad as she used to be.
I think that Robyn was more in love with Dad when he was polygamous, because she fell in love with him watching him be a father and be a husband. Robyn does look beaten down and exhausted. I agree, Brittany. I think she looks, yeah. Robyn and I, right now, we don't talk as much as we used to. And I think a lot of it is because she's grieving, honestly. So I talk to my dad often, but I don't talk to my mom, Robyn, very often at all. See, I think she's just going through some stuff, but I don't know exactly what, I guess.
Mykelti's audio and video were not synced properly, so I'm sorry for that issue in the video. It's interesting to me that she says that she and Robyn are not speaking very much anymore, and she thinks Robyn is grieving. You know, this is someone that when this season started, Mykelti was defending Robyn hard. Very, very hard. And as the season has gone along and as she has seen more behavior from Robyn and Cody, her feelings have changed a lot. And I don't know if it's like a mutual situation where they're not talking to each other. I mean, even at one point in the same live stream, she says she's the only one that talks to Robyn, and that should say something. I feel like she's kind of waking up to what's going on with Robyn, but at the same time, this sounds like Robyn is pulling away from people and depressed. And whether you like Robyn or hate Robyn, as Mykelti said, she wanted to marry Cody because he was in polygamy. Now, Christine and Janelle and everyone disagrees that that's what Robyn wanted or that's how she acted, and I get it. All I can say is someone in my comments yesterday said something that I felt was so accurate. They said polygamy breeds maladaptive behavior, and it does. The behavior between the women is, on all parties, toxic. There have been times when Christine wasn't very nice to Robyn, and she might have felt justified, right? There have been times that Janelle has not been nice to Christine. There have been times that Christine has not been nice to Janelle. There have been times that Meri and Janelle have fought, and Meri and Christine have fought, and Meri and Robyn have fought, you know, because they're all competing for the same man, and they're all heartbroken. I think you have to remember that even if you hate Robyn, there's heartbreak in this lifestyle, because I think the core of all of us, we want to feel connection and we want to feel loved. We want to feel close to our spouse. We want to feel like we're the only person for our spouse. We want to feel like seen. And for most people that have an intimate connection, I know for me, the one thing I love about being married is I have that one person that knows me more than anything else in the whole world, that gets me to my core and that I can go to and confide in. But in this world, they can't confide because Cody is running from woman to woman to woman. And we're finding out now that he's talking crap to the various wives about the other wives. There's no safety in that. So they're heartbroken, and then they're heartbroken when they see him have a baby with someone else, and they're heartbroken when they see a date, and then it's all on TV, and they're heartbroken because they're seeing Cody's relationships play out. There's heartbreak no matter what, no matter who it was. So I don't know what's going on with Robyn, but Mykelti's relationship is suffering. She and Robyn are not talking. She's pulling away. So is it a storyline? I don't know. Maybe she is thinking about leaving. I wouldn't be surprised. Cody is very adamantly that he knows that Robyn only married him for polygamy. Okay, so with Mykelti's tidbits on that, let's jump over to Meri, because Meri is discussing her relationship with Robyn and having to navigate being in a relationship with Robyn now that she has left Cody. Cody doesn't like his ex-wives being friends with his current wife. And she even said she has to figure out how to be a friend with Robyn because she has to be friends with her ex-husband's wife. Now it seems like Cody and Meri left on in a more amicable spot than when Christine left. But I know that today it's not amicable. And I don't know if they're going to talk about that, but Meri and Cody are not on good terms anymore, as far as I know. So let's continue with what Meri has to say about Robyn.
Still consider her a sister wife?
No, because when you're a sister wife, it's because you're married to the same man, and I am a single woman.
Are you less lonely out in Parowan?
Yeah,
You have a bigger support system there?
yeah.
Meri
Like
has
this.
always said that she's a very black and white thinker. She classifies things very concretely. And she would look at a definition like sister wife and say, well, in order to be a sister wife, I have to be married to the same man, and therefore I'm not with Cody anymore, so she is not my sister wife. Christine and Janelle view it more holistically, I suppose, where they're saying, well, no, we aren't sister wives anymore, but we still have that sister wives connection because we still have this history together. And we have these children that are siblings, and we were married to the same man. So in many ways, we are sister wives, but we have removed the biggest obstacle that made our relationship bad, which was Cody. Cody was the friction in their relationship because they were fighting and jealous and angry with each other and all of those, again, maladaptive behaviors. I can see both points of view, right? I can see how Christine and Janelle would hold on to that title and call each other sister wives still. I mean, I have spoken to many women that have left polygamy that still refer to their ex-sister wives as sister wives, because really there's no other term for that woman other than that, because they're often not friends, they're not sisters, and it's like easier than saying my ex's mistress or my ex's other baby mama. You know what I mean? Like they developed a relationship that included a history. And so in some ways, yes, a sister wife is appropriate. Other ex-polygamists I speak to will say my ex-sister and wife, former sister wife, when they refer to someone. Recently, I spoke to someone whose sister wife passed away. They had left polygamy years and years and years ago, and they said, well, I have to go I'm going to go to my former sister wife's funeral. And they were deeply sad about it, you know? And I've spoken to plenty of women that have been in this world that have said that had they not been married to the same man and had to share a husband, they would have been good friends with their sister wives. But it just having to share a spouse, even though it says in the Doctrine and Covenants that this is what they have to choose, their choice is not consensual, or because their choice is based on the premise that they're going to go to heaven. They're told that they have to do this, and then they have to put away all the jealousy. Or if they don't put away the jealousy, they're somehow failing, and perfection is what they're aiming for. So Christine and Janelle's saying we're still sister wives isn't wrong, and Meri saying we're not sister wives isn't wrong. It's just two different points of view.
My best friend Jen is the one person in the past decade that I have trusted more than anybody else.
You're admitting you don't trust your sister wives. Help me understand that.
Because I know she has my back. I know that whatever I want, she will support me in. I know she doesn't go out talking trash about me.
Why don't you feel that way about your sister wives then?
They don't have my back.
The elephant in the room with this family is that a component of all of their marriages includes Cody's intimacy, right? And his physical intimacy with the women. And they never talk about it because they don't want to talk about it because it's crude. They say it's sacred. They never discuss the intimate relationships. Cody and Janelle kind of discussed that they had compatibility in that area. When they say things like they never had my back, and I realize that some of the sister wives have said really awful things about Meri. And I also realize that their behavior has shown Meri that she doesn't trust them, and she can't trust them because as much as people love Christine, I think she sometimes comes off a little bit fake to me. Not that and I hate saying this because I know so many of you love Christine, but Christine will say things like, I really, really love that person, but, or she'll be like super positive about a situation, and then she will go back and talk crap about someone because of the way that this culture works, because they have to be keeping sweet all the time, which is like a horrible way, because they're not supposed to talk badly about each other. They're not supposed to talk badly about their husbands. They're supposed to honor their husbands. They're never supposed to disrespect them. And they're supposed to be submissive and happy all the time. I think that's that inherent, I always have to be happy. I always have to say something happy, but sometimes it can come off fake. And Christine, I told you yesterday, was talking about how she can't trust Robyn. And I was actually thinking about why she can't trust Robyn. And I think it's because Cody and Robyn were basically having affairs within polygamy when it was on the days of other wives. And I wasn't really even considering this until I picked up and reread a chapter from Kristen Decker's book about polygamy and infidelity. And I was like, oh, now I understand what Christine's talking about here. It's about Robyn and Cody basically having an affair, and it's taboo, and you're not supposed to do this, and it's not courteous, and it's not kind, and it's disrespectful to the other women. In a chapter of Kristen Decker's book called Polygamy and Infidelity, she talks about catching her husband and her sister wife, Diane, in the act. Intimate, in Diane's bedroom, in the basement. She lives upstairs. Diane lives downstairs with her kids. And it's not Diane's day. And they have an agreement in their marriage that he does not spend time with or have sex with the other wife on days that are her days. And if he does that, he's being unfaithful. And she catches them, and then she's furious and she's going to leave, and she's packing up her bags because she's so tired of this and doesn't, because I mean, imagine walking in on your husband having sex with a woman and he's there on your day. He's supposed to be with you, but he's having sex with the other woman. And this is basically what Robyn was doing to the wives. He was supposed to be with Christine, and he was supposed to be with Janelle, or he was supposed to be with Meri, but he was at Robyn's house having sex with her. So he's effectively cheating on the wives because he's taking their time away from them and going to have an affair with Robyn on days that don't belong to her. So she says, I don't give a crap, Mark. We had an agreement. You two screwing around on my time was the most disrespectful thing you could do. And what were you going to do? Wait until I'd fixed all of us an elaborate meal and then tell me you're not hungry? Or were you two going to fake it and pig out anyway? He responds, you're right. I was very disrespectful and wrong in a way. I was trying to console her insecurities. You have lots of friends, activities, and things to do. You're talented and beautiful. You see, Sophia, Diane sees and knows how much I love you, and it's killing her. Please forgive me and her. I can't do this. I can't live this way without you. So he's telling her that he has to have sex with her because Diane is insecure. But she looks at that as him being unfaithful. Robyn and Cody were basically having an affair. So on the context of that book and how Kristen views this transgression by her husband, re-listen to what Christine has to say.
I think she says one thing but does another. How can you say you want the whole big family picture, but then do all these separate things with Cody? How can you say you want the whole big family picture? He's over at your house all the time.
If Cody's over at Robyn's house all the time, and Janelle said that Cody would go home immediately in the morning when he would wake up and go run over to Robyn's house because he needed to take Saul and Ari to school. And Robyn was like, I didn't ask him to do that. He did that himself. And then Cody has this elaborate excuse. And then Christine revealed that while they lived in Las Vegas, Cody was always over at Robyn's house, and he would leave in the morning when he was supposed to be at her house, and he would go to Robyn's house, and then he wouldn't come back to her house until late at night. And he's at Robyn's house that whole time, and Cody says, I'm working. So Cody wasn't respecting Christine, Janelle, or Meri because on their days, he's leaving them to go have sex with Robyn. But they're not going to say that. They're not going to ever say the physical part. They allude to it. They talk about how when things aren't going well, it's easy to get jealous. If you know that one relationship's going well and you're struggling, it's not easy to be around that person. Why wouldn't it be easy to be around that person? Because Cody is having intimate relationships with that person and you're not. So that person has something that you don't. And they're taking something from you that you want. Jealousy is the root of all of this, and then Cody's philandering is creating all of it. And Robyn is giving him this, and who knows if this is what Robyn wants to give him or if this is just what she feels like she has to do. Another thing I thought about was how way back in the early seasons, Janelle confronted Robyn about her relationship with him, with Cody, and how she was always a damsel in distress. And Robyn said, but I'm so insecure in my relationship with Cody. It's almost like she's taking a page from this book of what polygamists tell their wives of, oh, I just had to be with her because she's so insecure. Cody's like, I had to have sex with Robyn because she's so insecure. Wouldn't the show be a lot more truthful if it was written and delivered in the way that Kristen's writing in her book, and it was honest and showed you the truth about what was going on instead of this glossy image of what they want us to see? I understood the purpose of the show was to make polygamy look good, but leaving out these details completely misleads audiences about the dynamics in this marriage, and it completely confuses people about why they're all fighting. I know some of you have probably put all of these little details together, but not everyone has the critical thinking skills or wants to dive in further and understand what the complexities of the situation are. They, at the core, I think the view here is that we can't trust Robyn because Robyn and Cody had an affair on us. Robyn was taking resources from us, which she was. Cody and Robyn were doing things to us. But again, Cody's the one that made that choice. Cody didn't have to go over to Robyn's house. Cody didn't have to give in to Robyn. Sure, Robyn could have been manipulative 100%. And it sounds like Diane here was being manipulative, claiming that she had needed more time with him because she felt so bad about how amazing Kristen was. And Kristen's name in the book is Sophia. So if you're confused why I use that name, that's why. You understand it from that perspective, I think it's easier to understand what's going on here. And Christine is right to not want to trust Robyn. And Robyn has shown over and over and over again that she's not a trustworthy person, and she did not put the best interests of the family at play, and did not have the best interests of Robyn at heart, or of the family at heart. And Mykelti made a really good point that a lot of the problems with Christine and Robyn stem from Christine feeling like she was abandoned when she was pregnant with Truly, that she had no support from Cody when she was pregnant with Truly, had no support from Cody after she had Truly, and was abandoned in her most vulnerable time by Cody. And she was in many ways taking out that frustration she had with Cody on Robyn. And Robyn, coming into that situation, she made that choice. Robyn grew up in polygamy, but had been in a monogamous relationship for years. She did not know how to share anyone. Hell, most of us don't. And Robyn, her motives here weren't altruistic, but at the same time, Cody and Robyn didn't have to do what they did. Robyn would have known that what she was doing was wrong, and she did it anyway. And she played to win when the winning was breaking other people's hearts. Meri finished up her talk with Suki by saying this about Robyn.
Robyn has
Oh,
your
by
back.
the way, I don't have sister wives, just FYI. Robyn has my back. Yes.
Meri says, by the way, I don't have sister wives. And Suki says, Robyn has your back. And she says, yes, Robyn has my back. I wish Suki and I wish TLC would stop placating this family and actually ask questions that pose and show the reality of polygamy, and stopped treating this like it's a normal relationship, and stop acting like this is a family that's like in a normal monogamous situation. I feel like what TLC has tried to do with this show is just normalize it. All the issues that they're dealing with are just normal. They're just what you would see in every relationship. They're not. And Meri I don't fully believe that Meri thinks that Robyn has her back at all, because if a friend had your back, they would support what you want to do in your life, and they would support your happiness. And Robyn never did that with Meri. Robyn didn't want Meri to go back to school, or at least that's what they said on the show. And anytime Meri wanted to do something for herself, Robyn was never supportive of that, at least on the show. Who knows what was going on behind the scenes? I don't think any sister wife could have any sister wives back. How do you have someone's back that's sleeping with the man that you love? I don't know how you physically could do that. And I can see when someone's leaving why they would want to make a break like that and say, no, I don't have sister wives. In many ways, I feel for Meri, it's a way for her to sever from that way of life and from that living, and that life she had in many ways is healthy. When it comes to the structure of this family and how everyone hates all the women, or one woman's evil and this woman's great, and I love Christine and I love Janelle and Meri's evil and I hate Robyn, and I'm just going to end this video by saying this. Robyn can be heartbroken, Janelle can be heartbroken, Christine can be heartbroken, and Meri can be heartbroken. All of that is true. Problem with polygamy is that in order to join a polygamous family, you have to break someone else's heart to become a wife. You have to break another woman's spirit, make them feel insecure, make them feel doubtful. You have to cause another woman pain in order to join a family. There's a saying of you lose them how you get them. Cody was willing to be unfaithful with Robyn and the other wives and cheat and have this affair within their marriage, within the family. he's going to cheat on Robyn. He'll do it to Robyn. He will be unfaithful to Robyn. He will mistreat Robyn. He will degrade Robyn. And I don't think Robyn and Cody's marriage is perfect, because what these people think is perfect is so dysfunctional. And when Christine says they're soulmates, and Christine's been party to the verbal and emotional abuse that Cody has inflicted upon them, no woman should have to deal with levels of that, period. Not even Robyn. I think all of them would be a heck of a lot more stable and a lot more pragmatic and logical, and be able to like be thoughtful and like loving humans if they didn't have to compete, and that they didn't have to like live in the world of polygamy. And the fact that they had to compete and they had to break each other's hearts every day by being in the family, it made for an impossible living situation for all of them. And that's why polygamy doesn't work. One of the many reasons. So Mykelti says that Robyn is pulling away, that she and Robyn aren't speaking as much. Meri says that she and Robyn do not have a sister-wife relationship, that none of the sister wives have her back, and she has no sister wives. And Christine says she can't trust Robyn because Cody was always at Robyn's house. She can't trust Robyn because Cody and Robyn had an affair. Tell me what your thoughts are in the comments below.